kind of coming back up into the slope a little bit, and then there's rock, another grass has covered the rock, but it's a little bit higher at the end. So, but when this fills up, and we don't want the water to go over the berm and wash it out. That's the main thing. So you have to have the spills at the end to keep that from happening. So what happens is the water fills up, and then when it gets too high, instead of going over the top of the berm, it spills out the end into the next swale, and then at the end of that one, there's another spill, and so on. The third one down there. We had plans to do 4, but we haven't had to. If we have to, we'll do the bottom one, but we don't really want to do it because we're getting into trees and stuff like that. Yes.
So the point is to keep the rain or the water on the property and not to cause erosion, or?
We don't want any water running off your property. That's, I mean, you want your rainwater, you know, so you're trying to hold it on your property. And that's what permaculture is all about, is stopping erosion and holding all your water, making it soak into the land.
Yeah.
Harvesting the rain.
And so we are, I forget exactly the date, but we are having a permaculture class coming up with Jenny Nazak of the Austin Permaculture Guild. There are always free introductory classes on permaculture, and it's more than just berms and swales. It's a whole design philosophy. You can apply permaculture principles if you live in an apartment or if you have 100 acres. You know, there are principles of conservation and how to live lightly on the land and to produce your own food and build houses in a green manner, and all kinds of principles behind it.
Where to plant your trees.
Say that again?
Where to plant your big trees,
right.
Fruit trees, and it's all of this.
How to design for maximum efficiency. It's on our website, and also if you need, there's a flyer at our front desk as far as the date of that permaculture, intro to permaculture. And then there's a long intensive that I took right before we did all the berms and swales here a few years ago. So, and that's usually on weekends over I don't know, a month and a half or 2-month period that you can become certified at the first level of permaculture design.
As far as collecting the rainwater, you put that mosquito dunk in it to keep the mosquito breeding to a minimum. Does that kill off any of the good stuff that is in rainwater for the plants?
No.
It's just BT, right?
It's just a disease for the larvae of mosquitoes. So it's one of those great pesticides that is just so specific you're not harming beneficials.
We put it in our fountain, and we have a lot of rocks around our fountain. All the birds will come and get on the rocks to drink out of the fountain, and they just love it, and it keeps the mosquitoes out. Because it isn't practical for us to put goldfish in our fountain. We have goldfish in the pond, but the fountain, all the birds just love to drink out of it. And it doesn't hurt them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt any of our pond flora at all, or any of the fish. Or the fish. They're just fine with the dunks. And even the dogs will drink the water.
Yeah, it's rare that a pesticide will say that is allowed to say it's safe for pets and wildlife on the label, and that's one of them.
That is, yeah.
Is there any place to get those cheap?
Here.
Oh, here?
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Of course.
Home Depot has it too.
Oh,
That's a bad word around here.
la 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 la.
That's the word, yeah.
It's just, I go through them and
Oh, speaking of cheap, I have coupons.
cheap is good.
10% off today only. Stuff that's not already on sale. So, thanks for reminding me.
If you have the Chronicle.
And in the Chronicle, ladies and gentlemen, the Chronicle or the Oak Hill Gazette, there's a coupon for 25% off one item. I think it expires August 1st or 2nd. So check out the Chronicle. Take one and pass the rest around, please.
Thank you.
If there's not enough, I'll print out more.
Where would y'all like to go next?
What next? The Wildflower Meadow? The orchard? You want to graze?
Okay, let's go Wildflower Meadow.
Well, let's eat. I want to go to the orchard first. It's on the way.
Oh, that's right.
Roger first. Something stupid. Weeds.
Yeah.
Weeds.
Behind the scenes. Hey, you got chickens.
These are our pet chickens.
Cool.
Got a new little rooster, an employee. I brought up here.
Is he going to get bigger than that?
Nope, that's full size.
Wow.
He's a little bit mean.
It's like mini me.
Surprised.
Oh, yeah? Mean when he's a third of the size of
Oh,
What's it?
mean.
What else?
If you walk in there, he'd jump on you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Let's see if he'll do it.
And he says so.
Really getting
Yeah. You're not that mean. You're not that mean.
Ah, the chicken.
I think his name's Toby.
Something while we're
Toby.
Toby.
Is he full grown? Or?
He's full grown.
That's one of those.
He's one of our new roosters, right?
He's our new rooster.
Oh, is he going to attack your leg? He's.
Well, yeah. He's trying to hurt him. Say, no, you can't get out of here. You got to stay in here.
The more you tease him, the more. Well, at least he's small. He won't do much damage, right?
Right.
Did you say their poop is not good to use?
It's great fertilizer.
Because they're carnivorous. These guys are vegetarian.
And this is no use without it.
Yeah.
These are Japanese persimmons. We have several varieties. They won't be ripe until October. There's two non-astringent varieties that you can grow here, Fuyu and chocolate. There may be others.
Persimmons?
Persimmons. Japanese persimmons.
The non-astringent ones you can eat when they're hard like apples. After they start to show a little bit of color, they'll kind of turn yellow, orange. And that's the ones I would plant because these have to be almost jelly before you can eat them or they'll draw up your mouth so bad. And by that time the mockingbirds have pretty much gotten them all. So
What's the other kind that's good to eat before it's
chocolate and Fuyu are the two other varieties that we sell that are and this is chocolate here.
And how long does it take for them to actually start bearing fruit?
1 year, 2 years. They're very, very fast. Sometimes the bare root, when we get them, as soon as they leaf out, they'll put on a crop. So they're very quick. Very easy to do organically.
No, they're Japanese persimmons. The Texas persimmons you can't really eat off the tree. You could make jelly maybe, right? You eat them off the tree?
I have, but they make your mouth black.
Yeah.
Your teeth, everything turns black when you eat them.
They're nasty.
What do these taste like?
These
Really
are
sweet.
delicious when they're ripe.
They taste like a persimmon.
These almost have to be transparent, like jelly almost, before you can eat them.
Japanese ones.
Well, the astringent.
The astringent
I have to
varieties.
admit, those are my favorite. I like the astringent better than the non-astringent because that's what I'm used to, and the flavor is just so rich. It's like eating pudding.
You guys have to wait till they're really
Now, which
Yes.
one do you recommend? Oh, yeah, missed that part.
Okay, so Roger is recommending the non-astringent, which you can eat before they turn all soft, and that's the Fuyu, F-U-Y-U variety, or the chocolate. And what are the other two? Or the other kinds that are astringent, that you have to
we
wait
have,
until they're soft?
Tamapan, Tananashi, Hachaya. I think those are three that we sell.
In English? They're Japanese persimmons.
They're so easy to do organically. They're very worth growing. You don't have to. Bugs never bother them. They're very reliable as far from year to year to fruit. I've never seen them not put on fruit except this Fuyu didn't. I think they got froze. It bloomed a little too early this year, but.
How often do you water them?
They're very, very drought tolerant. Hardly ever water them.